Robert, I'm here whenever you're ready. Just let me know when you're in here. Just waiting for you to say something. I'm going to tag you right now. Sorry, I was reading a post in one of the Magic groups. I apologize. Yeah, no, I know you're here. I'm coming over. Sorry. Just want to make sure I'm trying to pull up the video on YouTube just to make sure, in case it crashes. That's all. It wasn't loaded on YouTube for me. So I don't watch Facebook because Facebook in general eats up a lot of RAM through the web browser compared to YouTube. So I was just trying to bring up YouTube to make sure that the video stays up. Because I watch the Facebook feed on my phone, so there's no point to watch the feed somewhere else. So I was really just making sure that the feed was staying up, that's all. Because sometimes the Facebook feed will crash, but the feed's not actually down. It'll stay up on YouTube just because Facebook has terrible integration for third-party applications. If they don't have a hand in design them. Either way, here's the 2 booster boxes. Good luck, man. I was going to say, we'll get Cal. I'm not going to do the whole spiel, but I'm still going to give him a rub on the boxes for good luck. He brought those Charizards and the Reverooms last in the break, so hopefully he can bring you some of the same luck. Now just reading in Magic. So I don't know a lot about Magic. I know how to play the game at a very basic level. And pretty much I just listen to my rep, who obviously makes commission on selling me stuff about hey, how much of this should I order? So he had me order Commander Masters, which is supposed to be a really good set, but apparently everyone says it sucks. So but I don't know the difference. I don't know why a set would be good or why a set would be bad. So well, let's get rolling into this. I'm still going to do the energy just because it makes the easiest way to get through the packs, but the energy obviously doesn't matter. Unless you want me to go through all the cards, I'm just going to go to the last 3 like I have been. Dratini. Boom, starting off with a Charizard, and we have Claydol. Looks like it'll be a good box. I was going to say, I picked the right box, guys. No, just good start there. Do you want any of these sleeved? I do sleeve these cards up in the break, but if you're not going to throw them away or sell them as bulk, I'm not going to bother sleeving them. I don't know what you do with the cards, so I can sleeve the last card like I do in the breaks, or I'll sleeve this one and then you can let me know what you want me to do with the rest of them. I know Brian Lovelace, he's like, would you stop sleeving my cards that my daughter's just going to put in her binder? I was like, well, all right. She's like, yes, she has to take them out. I'm like, oh. Okay, my bad, homie. But I was gonna say we have Serena, Pidgeotto, and Glamora on the EX. I'm gonna take it. You want everything that's an EX or full art or anything sent off to CGC, right? I'm assumed in the last break, too. The only reason I'm sleeping in top load is for pictures, for advertising. I'm going to take them right after the break. I'll take them out and put them in the soft sleeves and stuff. So Darkness, Sizer, Town Store, and Thunderous. Nothing crazy there. Anybody's wondering what a booster box costs? It's $125. If you want sleeved boosters, they're I think I have them at $4.50 or $5. Whatever I have them at the pre-order. Vulpix, Phantom, and Sizer. We have Fighting, and that's Wooper, Brassus, and Togekiss. I'll just try to find out about the Magic, because then if I just need to dump the product, then I'll just dump the product for cost. Like, I don't need, like, the Magic stuff, I get it because I'm eventually going to have a Play Store, so I want to make sure I keep allocation. In the sense of we have Pokemon League headquarters, Chubchoo, and Darkrai. In the sense of, like, I'm building an area to play Pokemon and Magic and Fab and whatever else, but we have Water, Electric, Magneton, and Palafin. So I want to keep the allocation up for whenever bigger sets come up, but in general, like, I don't order a lot of it. Lightning, Charmeleon, Basic Energy Gold. Do you want me to send this Basic Energy off, or do you want to, I don't know if these do well graded or not. I've never tried to grade. Well, I've never actually personally hit myself a Gold Energy of anything, so I don't know if they grade well or do well graded or not. I didn't think so. I was going to say. This little Psychic, Varoom, Clefairy, and Entei. How's your weekend been, man? I'm sure it's just going to be me and you. No one ever comes into these personal things. I don't know how to get people to buy personals, even for sports cards. Entei, Darkrai, and Scavillion. I used to do like a whole price list every single week and try to do personals, and I would just sit there for an hour talking to myself. Actually, my boy Steve Sammiego used to come in, but unfortunately he passed away last year. But it would just be me and Steve bullshitting, and then nobody would come in. Glimmet, Soblu, and Gita. So, Rob, what I was going to... As in Rob Gervin that just popped in. So what I was going to message you, Rob, is I'll just tell you now if you're still in here, is I would send the Charizard off. I'm about to send off a whole order of TCG stuff to CGC. Is if you want, I can send the cards you hit in that break to CGC. It's $12 a card, so it's up to you, but that's probably what I would do. Litwick, Oddish, and Entei. Only because I don't want you, like, the turnaround time at CGC is about 20 days. So it'll be a lot quicker than PSA is. The Charizard might be worth sending the PSA, but at the 60-day turnaround, it might not be advantageous because the value might drop too much. We got Surskit, Bronzor, and Gita. Assuming you're trying to, like, get rid of it right away and not hold on to it. Oh, did PSA drop their bulk time down to 30 days? Well, that's good. I'm really trying to make the grading stuff work. We have Toadschool, Saladit, and Corridon. Because oh, CGC went up to 30 days. Well, that's unfortunate. Is it because they just got a lot of stuff like hand dropped off at the National, you think? You got Metal, Chandelure, Baltoy, and Palafin. Regardless, the turnaround's weighty and thunderous. Yeah, no. I was gonna say I already had I've had a retail account for almost. I had a retail account when you used to have to get like super verified. Stunfisk, Stine, and Tyranitar on the full or CSG for a while. Well, they give you a retail account for everything. But we have Thundurus, Lechonk, and Clefable. But I'm really all about doing what's best for you guys. I don't know. This one might not be worth sending away. It has some whiting on the edge, and I'll look at them too. They're not worth sending. It was already a little slightly off center, but on top of that, it was. Don't tell me the feed is all jacked up. All right, now we should be good to go. Should be good to go. What I was saying is the Lechonk, this card, I'll see, but it has a little bit of whiting on the edge, and it was already a slightly off center as it was, so probably won't send that one away. But I'll see if I can fix the whitening on the edge. I'll send it. If not, I'll just send them back to you. Any of that's if it's not worth it, I won't send it. We got Ortega, Smoliv, and Thundurus. Barboch, Sizer, and there was a Flamigo before that. You do a lot of shows, or you just resell on eBay? Yeah, fighting. That's going to be Bonsweet, Cryogonal, and Scavillion. We got fire. That's going to be Umbreon, Houndstone, and Entei. Whatnot, such a cesspool. We got Solrock and Rowlet and Toxtricity. I was going to say, one of the guys last night was telling me that I should rip packs on Whatnot that people pay like $10 a pack. I have Fighting. That's going to be Meltan, Toxel, and Scavillion. We have Water, we have Lechonk, Tadbulb, and Toxtricity. Have Darkness, that's going to be Nose Pass, Numel, and Sizer. Metal, Palafin, Drillbur, and Gita. Yeah, people love playing games and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I'm surprised Whatnot hasn't been shut down yet for gambling. I have Psychic. We have Crabrawl, Scovant, and Palafin. I don't like shows because I don't like the back and forth haggling that a bunch of people try to do. But I also see why people might like it. We have Lightning, Diggersby, I have Varoom, and Entei. Nice little full art. I have Leaf, and that's going to be Potilgist, Oinkalone, and Gita. Gita, however you say your name. I have Water, and that's going to be Excadrill, Jarumaka, and SQ. EX. I've been trying to send as much stuff as I can to CGC just to figure out kind of how they handle centering and some other things, because we have Leaf, we have Magnemite, Bonsly, and Sizer. Having a store is overrated, man. I'll tell you that right now. We have Lightning. We have Trevenant, Volcarona, and Darkrai. But if you're into like volume buying Pokemon, let me know, because we'll talk. Like this is the area you live in, like ripping it open and selling singles. We'll talk in offline when the newest stuff comes out about like how much you might want, depending on what you do at shows and stuff. Like if you grow, I can always help you out. Lanoon, Audino, and Togekiss. We have Fire, the Carvana, Toja Demaro, and Scavillion. Apparently in Magic, the singles sell really well too, but I don't know anything about, like I said, I don't know enough about Magic, but apparently singles sell in Magic too. I'm not just saying that because we were talking about Magic earlier, just people have come in and told me like certain boxes, dude, you should just rip open. They're going to sell more than the sealed box. We have Rhyme, Frocky, and Pidgeot. EX. The reason I say having a store is overrated is I feel like you can do everything needed online other than get the accounts you need for a store, if that makes sense. Pokemon's a little bit dry if you're selling sealed wax, but you can make a lot of money on like singles, especially if you get them graded. I know there's a lot of stores that like kind of take like, I'm just not big enough to do it right now, that take like a booster case and they'll rip the booster case right when it comes out, and and then they'll go and get everything graded and then sell the graded cards, and that's how they make a lot of their money too. Obviously a little bit of a heavier investment, but and they'll sell singles in like bulk because people want to build. Like I was trying to tell Rob earlier, like the thing is there's people that play the Pokemon game, so people are trying to build decks, so like even some of the like base cards have value. Got Lightning, Vengeful Punch, Puppetar, and Thunderous. We're going to have Water, Lechonk, Lapras, and Vespiquen EX on the full art. Yeah, that's what a lot of them do. It's just I haven't, like, in the space of Pokemon, like, I'm so busy with the... Let's put it this way. Sports cards make a hell of a lot more money than Pokemon does. Is really what it comes down to. Like, breaking sports cards is way more beneficial than Pokemon. But there is definitely space to make a lot of money in Pokemon, too. We have Lightning and Bellabolt, Barboch, and Vespiquen. It's pretty dope to hit those back to back. That's crazy. I was going to say. We have Larvitar, Pidgey, and Troxicity. What I'm trying to do is I want to get a Fanatics Live account. That's where I was going to do some Pokemon rips and stuff during the day. And soccer and football and all the other sports other than baseball. Like, I'll still do football and basketball in the group, but that's what I want to push is on Fanatics, Tadbulb, Patrol Cap, and Togekiss. Because I want to get whenever... Like, I'm going to be set up so nicely whenever Topps gets the licenses to football. Because I'm going to have the break account. I should have the store account. It's just a matter. I just have to, like, hold out until that happens. Like, it's just a matter of time at this point. I set myself up. I got for once, I finally got a break, and I've taken advantage of it. We have Spoink, Trampa, and Palafin. Because every single time I caught a break to get like a distributor account or whatever else, they moved the goalposts on me. And then like what really killed me, I almost completely stopped breaking and almost closed the shop up. We got GTS. We're going to have Crabamineral, Team Star Grunt, and Absol. I got a GTS account. And I had it for like 2 months. Going to the National, like, super excited. Going to meet my account guy in person. Like, just spent, like, almost $150,000. Like, I had all this money saved up for whenever I got a GTS account to try to make sure I got a baseball allocation as quickly as possible. Spent, like, $150K on just everything. Like, Bowman. Like, I saw 2020 Bowman Jumbos behind me that I bought whenever I first got my account. Like, and some 2020 Bowman draft. Like, I bought a bunch of draft, a bunch of Bowman stuff. A bunch of stuff like long term I know that I'll be able to rip or like sell or whatever, right? That's always going to have value. Just to help with the spend on the account. Grevard, Clodsire, and Greta literally get to the National and they announce that Fanatics is cutting GTS off from Topps products. So everything I just spent to get an allocation just doesn't matter. Like, it didn't switch over to football or basketball or whatever else. So like I was like, yo, like this is so stupid. Like I'm just going to sell everything and get out. I was going to say. We have Charmander, Oinkoloing, and Claydol. Like, Topps was giving me the runaround of... I mean, I still don't have a store account. Like, Topps is still giving me the runaround with a store account, but... We have Fire. We have Magnemite, Finizen, and Houndstone. So, I mean, no matter what, I'll get all the exclusive stuff because I have the break account. So, like, at the end of the month, I have 10 cases of... Yeah, I mean, I have 20 of these ETBs in the store. Like, I have 2 cases of ETBs that came in. We have Armoroge, Bonsly, and Toxtricity. What was I going to say? So I have 20 cases of Topps Chrome, or 20 cases, 10 cases of Topps Chrome Cosmic coming at the end of the month. I mean, some of the big boys will have that, but I don't think anybody my size will have that many cases. I mean, we have Psychic, we have Meltan, Toxel, and Gita. I'm going to say Pristine comes out at the end of the month, too, and I have 10 cases. Well, Pristine comes out, like, next week. I have Pristine coming out. No, not next week, the following Wednesday. 10 cases of Pristine coming, 20 cases of Archive Signature Series Cleffa, Adino, and Thunderous. That's going to be where I need personals to come in because think I'm going to do those at like $65 a piece, which will be cheaper than anybody else, but we're going to have to... Maybe I'll do them at $70. I got to see what Topps comes out with them price-wise, but I'm definitely going to be like $10 or $15 under Topps, hopefully. We have Darmatan, Lampent, and Entei. I have Psychic, Togepi, Gloom on the full art, pretty dope art right there. Darkrai. You lost your rear on what? Archive Signature Series? Breaks. So anything I get from the Topps break program, I have to break it. Whether I do personals or break it, but... Fighting, we have Beertick, Palpitoad, and Claydol. Yeah, I mean, you can lose your ass on them for sure. We have Fire. I like them for mixers because they add an autograph, and it's a random autograph. Snubbull, Grumpig, and Dragonite has a card in this? Dragonite EX. Yo, this might be the best set of, like, Pokemon they've come out with in a while. As in, like, the actual Pokemon, not... Yeah, I'll run breaks of it. Trying to figure out if I want to buy Madden or not. Just... What system do you have, Dustin? We have Diglett, Lechonk, and Claydol. I have Lightning. We have Altaria, Ponard, and Darkrai. I just wish it was cross, like I could buy one version of Madden, like a super duper version, and it crossover. But you know, EA Sports can't do that shit for whatever reason. Mawile, Shuckle, and Togekiss. Darkness, Toxtricity, Skarmory, and Scoville. Yeah, but it's not like MLB The Show where I can buy the PS5 version and have an Xbox version and my teams carry over, is what I mean. We have Water, NK, Gramble, and Thundurus. Are you sure it's cross-platform? Because I thought it wasn't. We have Lightning, and that's going to be Seismitoad, Masquerain, and Togekiss. Alright, come on, box. Give us something big here. We have Yungoos, Lycanroc, and Sizer. We have Psychic, we have Finizen, Capsicid, and Toxtricity. No, I was going to say, every single year I end up paying like an extra $300. Last year I ran 4 leagues and like 6 people didn't pay. And they just argue with you about it the entire time. So I'm not running a league this year. I was going to say, we have Combi, Electros, and Victini EX. I'll do the weekly, also do the weekly pick'em for like break credit that I do every year, but other than that, no, I'm not doing anything running fantasy leagues. We have Fire, Camerupt, Zigagoon, and Palafin. Plus, it pissed me off too. One of the guys in the group, like one of the best members, like one of the nicest dudes, he passed away, and his team was literally just, even with him out changing the lineup, was just smashing everybody in the playoffs. And I was 13 games, so I was 12-1. The only time I lost was I had my team set up to where, like, the week 8 bye, like, almost everybody was not playing on my team. I sat, like, 3 of my guys, because there was 3 guys on his roster that was never going to... This is actually dope. Ninetales, great art right there. Gita. In the semifinals, like, he beat... Like, he wasn't even going to make the playoffs. He ran off, like, 5 straight with, like, his players, like, sitting on the bench or whatever else, because he passed away. He couldn't change his team. So I was like, I told the league, like, hey, like, nobody has to do it, but, like, I'm gonna sit my guys. Like, I had the best team in the league by far. I won the regular season in one of the, like, $100 leagues, and the dude that he played in the championship started all his guys and beat him by, like, 2 points. Like, I was like, whatever the money is, if he wins, I'm gonna send it to his wife, blah 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 blah. And the dude, like, literally just played all his, which is fine, I don't care, just, like, but that shit pissed me off too. Like, people can do whatever they want, but, like, I don't know. The league's supposed to be fun. Eevee, Heatmore, and Decidui, and, like, 2 people left the group because they got into a fight over some bullshit in the league over a trade, because some dude was trying to, like, rip off somebody else, and they, like, fought about it. I don't know. So I just literally gave up on, like, it's just not worth the headache. And then Steve, the guy that passed away, was supposed to run the baseball leagues and everything else, because he said he would take care of all the fantasy leagues for me, but obviously he's not here. So Rockruff, Scavillion, and Enti. We have Wiglet, King Gambit, Sizer. Maybe I can do something that's like weekly fantasy on one of the apps where, like, for break credit, I think there's apps that do like a weekly fantasy league where you can have like 50 or 60 guys pick their players for the week based off of like a salary cap. So maybe I'll try to do something like that. We have Darkness, Bronzog, Charcadet. We got Poppy. I'm not talking about the girl with the hammer in League of Legends. Fighting. Bunnelby, Dynamo, and Claydol. Darkness, Timpole, Sinisty, and Greta. Fighting, there's 2 packs, less Espion, Kangaskhan, and Scavillion. Get into our last pack here. Hopefully we get some last pack magic. I think overall the 2 boxes have been pretty good. I know the Ninetales is another one a lot of people have been talking about. I know it's not the Charizards, but... And get Fungus, Pidgeot EX, and Entei. So do hit something on the last pack. Do a quick recap of everything you got, Robert, and then probably going to head off. I'm assuming because nobody came in here asking about anything that nobody's going to want to get anything. We have Poppy, Decidui EX, Corridon EX, Victini EX, Dragonite EX, Gloom on the Full Art, Houndstone, Absol EX, Vespiquen, Pidgeot, Greta. We have the Fire Energy on the Gold, Pidgeot EX Full Art. We have Clefable. This Lechonk's not going to grade. I'll just put him to this side. This is a Pidgeotto, Varoom, Eskew. Like, I don't think I could fit. That edge is way whiter than I thought it was after I looked at it again. I don't think I'll be able to fix that. We have Ninetales, Tyranitar, Glamora, Charizard on the Silver, and Vespiquen. I say both of these have sick art. Some of the cards, like the Tyranitar, has good art too. Like, I really like this like silver background they did this time around. But look, people have been knocking at Charizard, saying the pull rate's too high. But honestly, it's a dope looking card, and I don't give a shit if the pull rate's too high. Other than that, it does hurt the resale value sometimes. One point in time, but I'll get all these set up to be graded. Robert, I'll let you know if anything comes up surface wise when I'm looking at under magnifying glass or anything, and which ones not to send. They all look pretty good. The centering on the one I was pulling them for the most part looks good. I don't know if you want do you want the trainer full arts? I'll look at the price. If the trainers aren't doing well at all, I'll let you know and I won't send them. Because I'm not sure what the trainers are looking like, the full art trainers. Because normally the Wafu is, or Waifu, however you say it, is normally what sells really well in these. But I don't know how these trainers are doing because no one's really talked about them. But I appreciate you, buddy, for getting a couple boxes. And like I said, we'll talk offline, especially with the 151 release. I mean, if you want me to grade the trainers, I'll send them off too. It doesn't matter. I just don't want you to send off like a $2 trainer and it's not even worth grading it for $12. Like, let's say like a CGC 10 or somebody has it back. If that makes, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, if that makes sense. You don't want to send a $2 card right now when it's like by the time you grade it, they sell for $15. You're just getting your money back and taking the risk if it doesn't 10, you're not going to even make your money back. But the Pokemon, I'd always send the Pokemon because the Pokemon are, at least if you get a 10, they're going to go up. What was I going to say? We'll talk offline about the 151 release, about how much I get, and about getting you a good price if you want to rip some open. And even like I'm okay with ripping it open and kind of doing it like off camera. Although I might be able to rip it open as long as I don't technically sell it before the date. I don't know how that works, but I'm okay with ripping some open and sending it off to CGC before the release date if I get it early enough for a decent price. Or send it to you if you want to sell it raw, whatever. But yeah, I think that'll probably be your best bet if you're really looking into reselling. Because I pre-ordered a lot of 151. Like I pre-ordered like 100 booster boxes. The premium things I pre-ordered 8 cases of them. I don't think I'll get all of it, but I did order enough to where like if they gave me half, like I'd still have a lot of it. The Lorcana, I will say for the Disney, I don't know if you're going to get into Disney Lorcana. I didn't get a lot of Lorcana for the first print run. The second print run, I do have a decent amount coming. The first print run, they were very much like you have to have a Play Store. That's why I'm trying to develop a Play Store. I'm just waiting for the lady next to me to move out. So yeah, I mean that's why I ordered 151 is going to be hot. That's why I ordered a bunch of it, and then I'm definitely going to do breaks with like 151 mixing with some of the older products that still have a chance at some big hits, like the Lost Origins we did the other day, where the Giratina is still a $100 card. Like, there's not as many hits, but you also know what you're getting. Like, you know when you hit something, you know if it's worth grading right away or if it's not worth grading, which is kind of nice in the older sets because you know what the value is. I'm going to assume because it's just like me, you, and a couple people on YouTube. Yeah, I was going to say the Disney stuff is going to be a little interesting. Because they're trying to base everything on people playing the game, and I just don't think that they realize the Disney IP. Like, people will play the game, but it's almost like Pokemon, where you're going to make more. Like, the game can sell way more and make way more money being like a collectible thing than it can be for gameplay. Like, not that it doesn't have good gameplay. The gameplay mechanics don't seem terrible, but no one's going to play it like Magic or anything like that, or like Flesh and Blood. It's going to be something where a lot of people, it's going to be like a 50-50 split. Some people are going to play it. A lot of people are going to collect it that aren't going to want to play the game. And I don't think that Ravensburger has... I don't think Ravensburger has realized that. I think they realized it now because they didn't print enough of it and there's such a high demand. But I don't think they realize how many people want it just to collect, not to play the game. But anyways, man, I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. I will, like I said, see you tomorrow. Hopefully the 144 packer fills up. I really appreciate you, buddy. Have a good night, man.